Hey, what's up everybody? It's your old pal jgun taking a look today at the newly released Anvil Paladin. Owners of the ship can fly it right now in the PTU. Let's take a look. Ah, she's facing backwards. They'll fix that though. Do a quick walk around and then we'll hop inside. Looks military-ish. Is that a thing? Oh my god. Okay. Sorry for the terrible camera work, people. As always, I'm kind of anxious to get these videos out as soon as the ships are available, so these are not edited videos. I don't have camera angles already set up. There's the front. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff in there. What do we got here? Ah, I think those are the cannons that shoot the t-shirts. There's a bridge on top. There's also a bridge on the bottom. And it says Paladin on the side. So this is our... I think when I first bought this on concept a while ago, I called it a double-decker Valkyrie, but it's almost like a... I think I'm going to change that assessment. This is now the Valkyrie Hamburger, which is kind of a taller Valk. Ah, and we thought the Asgard was the Valkyrie Mark II. Well, this is the Valkyrie Mark II.5. It's got a lot of stuff hanging off of it. Let's, so there's an airlock there. Is there a back ramp? Is there not a back ramp? Do not obstruct. Yeah. Yeah, this is the video where jgun figures out how to get into a new ship. Well, let's just get in through the airlock. Because we like air, right? Gonna lock in some air. Locking the air. Good. So, I think this is it, folks. I think, since there are some disappearing logos for your entertainment, these are probably gun racks. And I think that makes sense. There's the door from which we came. It's labeled as an airlock. Although, doesn't have a lot of airlock qualities. And then suit cabinets. Well, no. Yeah, suit cabinets. Those aren't escape pods. Okay. So we come into the main hall. This is actually pretty cool. I like this. I like the way this works. You come in. This is probably a terrible way, but you're never supposed to have your stairs pointed directly at your exit. But I like this. I think it works. I like the red highlighting on the steps. I do like this. Let's go upstairs first. Actually, no. Let's just continue looking downstairs. Probably component access. Yeah, life support. Life support is a component we frequently see cabinets for, but I don't think life support components are actually for sale yet. I like there's a ladder because the Paladin does have a top bridge and a bottom bridge, and it looks like you can get betwixt the two easily, which is nice. Very cool. So bottom, we have 2 turrets. I like it. Let's go ahead and... so that's it kind of for the physical tour. Let's take the staircase up. Oh, here we have our engineering gameplay. Again, only half the fuses are populated when you buy the ship. You know, I hope there's a dealer upgrade there. Pay an extra $100 to get all the fuses installed. We come upstairs. And this is a beautiful area, right? This is where you're going to have most of your friends standing during flight. I don't know, I'm kind of getting Rocinante vibes here. Ooh, so in the back we do have some space. So on the port, when we come up top, we have an area to sit and a small table, and we have the small kitchenette. Again, this is, you know, role-playing stuff. Crew quarters 1. No. It's not quarters, it's just crew. Oh, it is. It is. Okay. So an area to sit, 2 bunks. So an area to sit and 2 bunks and some shelving. Looks like crew 02 across the way, so looks like a crew of 4, which makes sense. I like the ceiling here. It is cool looking. We go back, and we have engineering. Another engineering station. We saw one in the lower deck up front. We have one again here. Again, only half the fuse is installed. Does that fuse have blue on it? Could be. And component access. Very cool. Very cool. You know me, I don't get into the specs. I really don't care, people. I don't customize my ships. I am a ship collector. Modifying the ship devalues it, in my opinion. You know, when you're buying classic cars, you want them with all of their stuff that they shipped with from the factory. And this is mirrored. It's just a mirror of the other side. And that's a lot of space, right? In a, you know, crew habitation in a video game is just role-playing. Like, there's really no purpose for it. The only functional item is a bed, which you log out in. So to devote this much space to it, it makes it feel real. Yeah, and there's storage for 2 crew on each side. Let's look at the size. Yeah, about half an SCU. Almost 500,000 micro SCU, so got about a half an SCU storage. And that's common, what we see per person. Like if you look at the Wolf, it's also got 450K micros. So that seems to be about what they're allocating these days for internal storage per person, almost half an SCU. It's enough to get a couple sets of armor in. On the starboard side, we have the bathroom. Typical. Oh, and another attempt at a mirror. They kind of pick and choose their battles with this. If the bathroom is small enough, they'll just put in a small video feed and just reflect. They'll just cast it back to you. They don't actually have true reflections yet in this game. Not sure if they ever will. Probably not a priority for them. Yeah, it's not actually mirror. It looks so bad. They shouldn't. Sig, if you watch this video, just take it out. Honestly, because the angle the light reflects does not match the angle the light hits it, so it just looks so bad. Oh my god. Sig, stop. If you can't do it right, please don't do it. And then the ladder, of course, which brought us up here because we're at the bridge now. Again, only half the fuses. We've got a cabinet for a ship computer. Probably nothing in... Yeah, we are computerless, folks. But that's okay. Radar. There's something in there. Doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and boot her up. And get her out of the hangar, at least. It's not a bad seated position. You know, you kind of feel like you're in the Sirocco from Aliens. Which has always kind of been the Aegis and Anvil aesthetic, right? Is they want you to think of it like the Colonial Marines. Let's take a look at the gear. Let's do that one more time. Details matter, you know, and Sig always kind of does good with that. Their animations for that stuff are nice. It's got tripod gear. We've got 3 gear, and they're in really good places for center of gravity. So this thing is going to be stable when it lands for sure. 2 engines, well, 2 nacelles are VTOL'd and can be rotated. Let's see if that actually provides us any advantage. However, we are in SCM mode. We're pulling 1.6 Gs. Let's put them back. Let's see if we're getting more thrust. Or less thrust. Not really. We're not getting less thrust. So the VTOLs appear to be cosmetic. I don't think VTOL really does anything. At least not in a ship like this. But it doesn't matter because we just want to get out of atmo. So we're going to point up about 90 degrees. Throw on the cruise control. Set it to the max. And sit back and relax and take a quick external tour. Let me see if I can get more light on it. Get a little bit more light on the top. This is probably the Chairman's Club skin. Back when I bought these on concept, it had a Chairman's Club skin. That turret on top is massive. Is that 4 rhinos? Yeah, we'll find out. Will we find out? I don't know. Will I bother to go into the specs? I may not. I may just pull the trigger to see what the pilot has access to. It's got a lot of interesting shapes. The fact that there's a rail system here tells me that this turret can't be moved, like we see in the Scorpius. So we'll want to check that out. The art style on this paint is very reminiscent of the Valkyrie Liberator edition. It's nice and clean. Let's take a look at the thrust effects. That's interesting. When you use boost, half the engines don't animate. Not sure if that's on purpose or not. Could be on purpose, could just be a bug. Let's go ahead and zoom in on my little head popping up here. Oh, I'm so cute. Look at me. Can we get me a booster seat? You know, I'd like to maybe a box I can sit on so I feel like I'm getting a haircut. I don't know, something would be nice. Radar unit. Yeah, the artists went to town on this bad boy. For sure. We are out of atmosphere, so we're gonna turn off cruise control. Make sure we're uncoupled, and we're gonna fire the guns and see what happens. And let's go ahead and see if we can get a gun status. Configuration, communications, weapons config. Yeah, like I said, 4 rhinos. Hello. Oh, and the pilot-controlled rhinos are the side ones. So the pilot-controlled rhinos are the side ones. And, I mean, that's not bad. As a pilot, I'm not going to complain about that. Let's look at our missiles. We have 2 banks. We have 8 Arrestor 3s and 2 Raptor 4s. So, some nice missiles there. Let's go ahead and queue up as many as we can. And we will dump fire for effect. Okay, it only fired 1, even though I had 4 queued. Let's go ahead and... There are no missile sounds right now, and also the firing is inconsistent. Sometimes all banks fire, sometimes they don't. And that, unfortunately, may be linked to my camera. An external camera, only 1 fires at a time. Let's switch to the Raptor 4s. And we will fire 1 more. Yeah, those are the big boys that come out of the bottom. Very cool. Okay, so as far as pilot-controlled weaponry, quite a bit. Quite a bit. Is this going to kind of suffer the same fate as all gunship dropships? Gunships? I mean, probably. Probably. Because what we've ended up with is an Asgard with a lot of pew-pew, but no storage. So you can't... Oh god, I forgot to turn sideways. Okay, ladder animation, ladder animation. So let's get in one of these remote turrets. And I can look at the butt of the pilot. Ah, I can't get an external view. But I mean, these are either rhinos or panthers. Probably rhinos. But I wish I could get an external view because I'd love to see what's happening. Deploy. Ooh. It's interesting. We've got some armor on the front that we can deploy. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, there's some shutters there. I don't know, guys. You know, again, if this actually, you know, makes the ship take less damage, great. Like, all for it. Let's enter the turret again. I don't know if this is the big giant turret on the top. In fact, I don't think it is. Seeing as how I can't see into the ship. So maybe that's another turret. Let's see if this gives me access to the big fat turret on the top. And again, there might be, like, enter remote turret. This just looks like another turret on the other side. Okay, fam, I don't know how to get into that big fat turret. Also, pressing R or pressing S isn't causing it to retract. Oh, yeah, you can see on the paper doll. Look at the top left. Yeah, there you go. So, all I have in this dedicated gunner seat is access to the little side gun. So how do I change? Yeah, and it even shows it here. Yep, and it's a rhino. Okay, perfect. So how do I get control over this giant gun? Power off and a remote turret. I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question, J-Gun. How do you get control over the big frickin' turret on the top? Let's go back upstairs. Maybe it is the co-pilot seat. And if it is, then most of the DPS in this ship is coming from the top bridge. Okay, let's see what we have access to here. Deploy. Okay. There we have it. It's the co-pilot. The co-pilot has access to this big mama jama. But there are some bugs here, like it gave me the pip, but it didn't put me in the turret. Yep, and S works as expected. Okay, so standard Scorpius gameplay here. So what we have, folks, is kind of just a better Redeemer, maybe. Because the Redeemer turrets, they have blinders on the sides. Like they put on a horse, so you can't actually see anything. And they nerfed them, so they're not very powerful. This feels good. And now, you know, it's sales tuned. So they could, you know, I'm not going to say nerf, but they could balance this out. But with me having all this, and I can be on the top or the bottom. Let's go to the bottom. And you can fire while it's traversing. So, although, I mean, honestly, I would just tell the pilot to roll the ship. Okay, that's cool. So, co-pilot has control over the giant gun. The pilot themselves have access to all the guns on the side. Come on, finish the animation. Yeah, so what's the point? Okay, so the pilot has control over all of these guns on the side turrets. And the co-pilot has control over the massive turret on the bottom. So why bother with the bottom bridge? So my should you buy on this is now a no. I don't understand the purpose of the bottom room. Those remote gunners, all they have access to are these side guns, which the pilot is already controlling. So what's the point? Like there's I don't get it. Okay, so is it cool looking? Yeah, but again, there's no back. it's missing a back. So, I don't know. Anvil, what were you thinking? It's like an Asgard, but it can't carry any cargo. So, cool looking inside, yes. A lot of pew pew for a pilot and co-pilot, yes. But is it practical? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. There will be things I didn't consider. There will be things I missed. And I'm sure you will all make sure to mention that. So, I hope this was useful for you. If it was, feel free to like and subscribe. And I will see you in the verse.